Hi guys, making a relatively short video about a stool I'm going to be restoring, which will be a gift for Christmas for my mother. When she was a girl, she spent a lot of time with her grandma, so her grandma brought her up for a lot of her childhood, and this was something that she gave to her. So I believe she must have been under 10, so we're talking 60 odd years ago. And when my nan passed away recently, so the one thing she asked me to try and find in the house was her old stool, and weirdly it was actually the very, very last thing we found in the entire house. And she was telling me how it used to be maroon and British racing green, I think she said, on top. And obviously it's seen better days. All I'm going to do is I'm going to strip it off, sand it back, try and take all these gnarly bits off of it, varnish it up so it looks nice and new. And then the tricky bit is going to be the stringing. Break out the sander. I've lost the damn adapter. That didn't work. So, lost the adapter. I don't really use it for anything else. So it turns out it's about 30mm. That's 32mm waste pipe. So it's got the end off nice and square. Make a quick adapter for it. Yeah, it's not just saw, son. Well, it can be a saw. Have you not seen the old Western? A few dollars more. It's taking weeks to do that. I'm not even sure why I'm doing it, to be honest with you. It's not like it's going to be a interference bit. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's still too big. Looking at the old duct tape again. Don't need temperature off for today anyway, till I find my adapter. It'll turn up, I'm sure. One more. Yeah, so you always find that jobs, any job you do, takes twice as long. Well, at least for me. And that's because I'm a complete plonker. I spend half my time looking for parts or making bits of pipe fit, and then of sanders. So the vacuum cleaner will go on. Yeah, rock and roll, sorted. Before and after, it's going to come up really well. I'll not make you watch the whole thing, so I'll keep doing this. I'll come back shortly. Sander's packed up. Great. Oh! It's back! Now it's gone again. Time to operate, Dr. Jones. See if we can figure out what's going on with this. See if we can even put it back together again. Well, that was slightly annoying because I didn't realise the camera battery had died. Well, I'll put it back together again. It went together quite nicely. The switch kind of works, and it's live. So I think it was a loose spade on one of the bushes in the end, rather than being dirty contacts. So as my father always says, most electrical faults are mechanical issues normally, and he's right. Cheers, Dad. Okay, I've got a bit of an old sanding belt. Cut a strip and give this a try. Beauty, it's working really well. Oh my god, 2 legs done. It's absolutely soul destroying though. There's only so much drum and bass you can dance to. So I'm gonna leave the 2 legs for tomorrow, I think, or when I can next get in the garage. Finish those off then. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna chill out and have an early night. Okay, we're getting somewhere. It's looking pretty good. It took an absolute age to do the legs. Probably took longer to do the lugs than the rest of it all put together, to be honest with you. Real pain in the bum, bit tedious. what I did find is, not being a wood guy, so you might already know about this, I don't know. I've got a bit of a belt under the belt. With it being rigid, it really did help getting in the little tight grooves. So, next coat. I've got a couple of options. I'm a bit undecided, to be honest. Got some wood varnish which I've used in the past. It's kind of a beachy beach colour when it dries. It's water-based varnish. It's tough. It should be good. I'm not sure I want to go for that kind of colour scheme, because the varnish that's on it was kind of, you know, the 70s yellowed varnish that you kind of see, like an old school desk. And I think there's lots of, in parents' house, there's lots of brown stuff. So I'm thinking of using this, which is something I used in the kitchen, our kitchen, which is a dark oak colouring. It doesn't really look like dark oak, I'll be honest with you, but my concern is, with that being oil based, I can't then varnish over it with what I've already got. So I'm sure I've done it. I can't remember if it worked. I don't want to cock this up. So I'll have a think about it overnight, and then yeah, we'll see if I cock it up in the next video. Okay, decision made. I'm going to go for the dark oak stain, which is an oil-based stain. I'm not going to use the water-based varnishes I was planning to use. That's from Finney's, by the way. Not associated with them at all. Nothing to do with me. They're in Chesterfield if you just happen to be in Yorkshire, and they're really good for advice. And every time I spoke to them, they give me good advice. At least everything they sold me has always worked really, really well. So I'd recommend them, guys. I did try some dark wax. It's just something I had left over. I think that was from Finney's as well. I put it on here, and you can't really see. I'll try and show you on the camera, but you can barely tell it's even on there on the bottom of the feet. It's slightly darker, whereas that's the dark stain. You can tell the difference between the two. It's much richer, browner. So that's what we're going to go for. And then I'm going to use some high glass Supplier finishing wax. Again, it's something that I left over from another project and never used it. So I've got a brand new tub of that stuff. That was awesome. So, see how it goes. So we put the stain on. There's little areas where I couldn't quite get to it very easily with the soft cloth. So I've got an old toothbrush just to get to those little areas. And I've birched a tree. So next we are going to be doing, well, I've decided to go for the finishing coat in clear wax. Never done this before. Had a quick look online. Looks easy peasy. As far as you can see, use a clean cloth, which kind of is lint-free cloth. Dip it in and give it a rub on. Give it a couple of minutes and then rub it off and start buffing. Okay, that's looking good. So just going to take the excess off with a bit of tissue. It's actually been stood for about 20 minutes because I went and sorted the kids' lunches out. Also, it's cold in here, so I thought it might take time for anything to evaporate that's going to evaporate. Clean cloth. And rub your wood. Like that, I'm impressed. Just gives it that little sheen, so it's got the wood effect. It's really hard to tell with the LED light. I've got LED light in here, so it looks probably a bit blue. I'll take it inside and I'll show you better when it's all done. I like that, looks good. Right, the last section we've got to do now is the string for the top. Okay, so we're on to the last section, which is the restringing the top. Part of the reason I went for the darker colour is because of the maroon and the dark green string, and I thought that really toned well, and I think it does. It's gonna look awesome when it's done. So we're going to button the strings on one way in red, and then alternating above and over and under this way, and hopefully we'll end up with the same design that was on the top originally. Some new strings. I'm going to take this inside though because it's freezing out here. I suspect it's going to take some time to do. Okay, I started stringing it up before I started filming. I basically wanted to make sure I could figure out how the strings went on, and to see how easy they would actually go on and stay. I did take lots of photos on my phone originally, just to make sure I could so I didn't forget how they went together basically. So yeah, so I'm going to continue doing it as I am. It seems to be holding quite nice underneath. I suspect I'm going to run out of string because I worked it out that I need about 32 meters to do this. So I'm hoping I'm really bad at calculating stuff, because this is only 25 meters. I do have another length of cord, but then I've got the complications of how I join them together. So we shall see how that one goes. rather annoyingly, you've missed me put all these strings on. I didn't realise the memory had run out on the camera. I'm trying to increase the quality of my videos as I do them, and I've got a new microphone, and because the microphone's plugged in, it doesn't actually tell me or beep anymore to say the battery's run out or the memory's full. A bit annoying. So anyway, I got to about here and we ran out of string, so 25 meters got me to about here. I kind of looped it around. It's not tied off yet. It's just looped around the string underneath. You just see it there. So I'm probably going to cut it short here and glue it or something. And then all I did is probably the wrong thing to do. I just made a little knot. So I tied it onto the back of that string and then continued as it was. And because it's tight against the wood, it's touch wood. It's holding. So I'm just continuing, but I think I'm going to run out. I think I'm unfortunately short on string. I'll give it a couple more round, and so I got 25 and 10, and I calculated it as 32. And rather annoyingly, I think it is 32. I'm a couple of meters short, which is really frustrating. Maybe I should stick to my own gut. So I'll either have to try and extend this again, which isn't noticeable to be honest, so I might keep it stingy and extend it again for a couple. You're probably thinking I've edited the video wrong and I've put the wrong bit in the wrong place, but I haven't, because I am sad. And what's basically happened is I got to the end and there was, I was short of cord anyway, but effectively I had enough for another 4 lengths all the way across, and then there was just 2 wraps at the end. So they've gone around just the bar at the end. So what I've effectively got is I've got a length of 5 there, and then just 2 at the end, and that kind of thing annoys me. So I've completely stripped the whole thing back again, which is a pain in the bum actually when it's 30 meters trying to wind around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and have 6 lengths on the first section, and then go to the 5s, and then 6 on the last. And in theory, when the next bit of cord arrives, it should start and end exactly the same symmetrically. That's assuming, of course, when I put it cord back together again, it goes on the same way. Green is looking good. I'm quite chuffed with that. So since the last video, there was the 25 meters and then a 5 which ran out about here. So what I've actually done is I bought 10 more and I've stripped it back, so I've not got to tack-ons. I've just got the one effectively, so 25, and then I finished off with 10, and there's a little bit left, but not a great deal on that. So I actually underestimated on my 32 meters. It's closer to 34, 35, which is kind of strange. But what I've done is not actually tied anything off just yet. That's what I'm about to do now. So at the minute I've just twisted around to hold it in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little screw or a bit of glue, probably a bit of both, and just screw it on. Originally I had little nails in there at the ends, so I'm just going to probably screw it, or if I can do it discreetly, or a bit of hot melt or something just to hold it in place, and then I'll take the excess off so you can't see that part. So that's what I'm going to do next. And then I had tied with the excess 5 meters, so I'm not quite sure if I like it or not yet. So I did it in solid on one side, and then I thought to myself, well, I could actually mix it up a bit. So I tried it on the other side just to see what it looks like. I'll be honest, I'm not sold on it yet. So I'll ask a couple of people's opinions, and then I'll make my own decision after that. Right, so I'm going to glue that, make sure it doesn't come undone, and then we'll make a start on the red. Okay, job done. So the one where it ties and continues, I just put a tiny bit of glue along the 2 strings, held them together, and painted that bit black because it was shiny. It's still shiny, but at least it's shiny and black. I know this is a bit industrial, but I put a couple of screws and washers in there, which when they reflect the light look pretty ugly, to be honest with you, but you can't really see them, and when it's upside down, totally invisible. So I'm not too fussed. I'd rather be secure and not come undone than look pretty upside down, because hopefully that's not the way it's going to be. Right, let's get on with the red stuff. So I'm quite happy how it's going on the top, apart from just making my arm in it. But the bottom isn't how it originally is. So originally it was just the same as the top, fed in and out. And that looks a lot, just looks rubbish really. So fortunately I can't live with that. I'm going to have to take it off and start again, and weave it as it is on the top. So I think I have to do like some stop motion thing or something, because this is going to take forever. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Right, we're nearly there. Crikey, this took some really crazy crackers. So all I've got to do now, I've got to do something with the red ties. I just knotted them for now, so I'm going to cut them short and probably put a bit of glue on so they don't come loose. I had to tie the green one because the green one started coming undone, which is a bit annoying. So we'll have to do something similar for the red near the corner. I'm going to give it another wallet polish as well, because I've been handling it so much it's lost its sheen a bit. And I have decided to go for the red and the green bottoms. I got some spare string. I quite like it. A bit red on red there, but I don't mind that. And the red and green. I think I did a little something, so I think I'm going to keep them on there, so they need finishing off. So I'll do that now, and then I'll do a last check-in and show you what it looks like when it's all finished. Okay, so just giving it a last little wax to give it a little bit more sheen again. Makes it look a bit richer. And I found this bad boy. So I don't know where I got it from. I've had it for years, sat in the cupboard. I didn't have the end for it, so I made something up. I'm gonna give it a little buzz over with that and see if it gives it a bit more shine too. That was rubbish. I didn't do anything really. It looks exactly the same. So, keep going by hand. Well, we are done. It's a shame I can't show you in natural light because it looks so much nicer, more vibrant in natural light than my horrible LED garage lights. So I'm gonna get it in the box. Box I prepared earlier. Job's a good one.
Oblivious. I would just get some popcorn. Wow.
Don't bother me.
You're not opening it very soon. My box.
No, do you want me to help? Do you want me to help?
Is it heavy?
I can open stuff.
My stool.
Do you want me to get it out?
Oh, wow. That is fantastic.
Handmade. My dad. And you
That is
got
lovely.
all the beer.
Wow.
Papa got all the beer.
I got all the beer.
My grandma made me that. She bought me that when I was
Who's got the
5.
beer? That's nice.